Hey guys, welcome back. It's BaayTa here. I'm going to talk to you guys about a device or a unit that I was able to purchase that helped me have a better experience transitioning from my Note 4 to my Nexus 6. Specifically since the Nexus 6 does not have expandable storage and I'm stuck with 32 gigs of storage on the Nexus 6, where I came from 32 plus a 64 gig card on my Note 4. So you can imagine there's a lot of information that did not make it in the transfer. So what helped me out with this entire transfer was this Minova device. It's basically a micro SD card, micro USB adapter for Android devices. Let's check it out. The actual unit comes in a package very small. This is again the Minova Dash Micro. It's a micro USB adapter that works with Android, obviously only Android because of the micro USB. It has the ability to read memory cards up to 128 gigabytes. Comes with the USB adapter and a carrying case. And I say carrying case because it's a nice little functionality of what we can do. Other than that, it really does not much benefit of this. It's the ability of actually interacting with your device and reading memory cards. When in this day and age, we always upgrade our memory cards. We always keep getting new ones, and then we realize that our old memory cards are just basically sitting there not doing anything. The unit itself, again, it's very small, very compact, works very well. I already have one of my 128 gig cards in here just to test it out. It has a plug in here. If I want to use this as a regular thumb drive, I just plug it in directly into this USB adapter that comes with it, and voila, it becomes a memory card itself and a thumb drive. There is a built-in LED light in here within this, and I'll show you guys once we plug it in, once it turns on, but it's not visible when it's off. And again, the beauty of it is that you can keep this on the side, but you can keep this plugged in directly into your, or have, hang it on your keychain, and it can stay with you. It's very small, literally very, very small. And we're going to go ahead and test it out on a Nexus 6. And the reason I'm testing it out with a Nexus 6 is a lot of us have purchased Nexus devices before or have used Nexus devices. And if the number one reason of things that you happen on these things is that you cannot expand your storage. I cannot use the memory card from this little adapter in here. I have to use it using something. And historically, what we've had to do in the past is we end up buying a USB OTG cable. Then we buy a USB to micro SD adapter itself to read the memory card in here. We plug it in, and our answer has always been this. So in essence, if you really look at it, this little device replaces 3 pieces. Well, with the memory card, it's really replacing 2 different pieces to make it compact and accessible. So this works, it's not functional. What we do here now at this point is we'll just match it up, plug it into our device. Simple as that. And the actual LED light is literally very, very dim. It's hard to see, but there is one right at this tip of the level. So we'll wake up our device. We'll go here, and it's recognized stick mount. Now, for Nexus devices, of course, you do need to have stick mount installed, and you also have to have root for this to actually function for you. So if you don't, unfortunately, it does not work. It does actually recognize mass storage as device is mounted. We're going to use Solid Explorer. That's the application that I like to use. Scroll down all the way to the bottom, and as long as you have actually stick mount running and it works correctly, you're able to go into USB storage. That's the storage folder for this application itself, and it recognizes all the folders out of this. Now, this memory card used to be in my Note 4, so what I did is I literally pulled out my backup memory card, and it just pulls up all the information on it. And the beauty of it is that you can actually run it. It works very quickly, very easily, and it's as if it's actually built into your device. And it's functional from the sense that if you want to watch a movie, it's not hanging out too long. It's solid, it's stable. It actually holds the device itself. I'm doing that right there. And you have the ability of actually holding it and using it very functionally, very nicely. And when you're done, simple enough, you go home, you bring down, you go into stick mount itself. Well, we did too much. And it has the ability to say unmount. You wait for the actual device to unmount itself. We go home. We'll say unmount one more time. And it says active mounts none. That's it. Our device is unmounted. And here we go. The device itself works very nice. We can put it back in our lovely little case. And if we already had this thing on our keychain, this would have been a done process. From what you guys saw in the hands-on, the actual unit is actually pretty small and pretty compact. And what we're talking about essentially is with it on the device, this is exactly the impact that it does as far as using it. It's solid from the sense of portability where it goes in there. It actually makes it not that hard to hold it because we hold our device this way, and it makes it easy and functional. It does have an LED light that's not easy to see, but it's really right there at the bottom of the actual unit. And once you have it plugged in, it works as any other USB device adapter that you would connect it. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible to replicate this functionality by just getting a a regular micro USB, an USB OTG cable with a micro USB adapter that reads to USB, plugging it in, and you end up having the same device. But the question would be is, would you rather have something that's sticking just a little bit like this, or having something that's dangling as a cable and just makes it into an eyesore, not really a functional use of what you'd like it. It works in a pinch, but it doesn't really actually fix the issue for us. And then one of the other things you want to make sure that you have this is once you have it in, always make sure to mount and unmount your device correctly, because if you do it correctly, it works very nice. So let me know what you guys think. This is something that I actually find very, very useful. It made it a much easier process for me to transfer from my Note 4 to Nexus 6 and stick with the 32 gig device that works very nice. It just, again, the limitation of the storage was really one of my biggest issues. But with this and having root on my device, I'm happy. As usual, like and subscribe to my channel. Give me any information or any comments if you'd like on this, if there's something that you'd like to get it. As a small side note, I don't think I mentioned in the entire process, but this little device costs literally about $12.50. It's ridiculously inexpensive and it does so much. Thank you.